Elon Musk harshly denounced Mark Cuban, revealing how much he lied about his political intentions and why he is so strongly against him becoming the next head of the SEC. According to Elon, it's important to expose the true intentions of Mark Cuban. And as Musk says, for the future of America, it's important that Democrats come up with a better candidate if they win. Musk also revealed that Mark has a very well-thought plan and ambition to become the most famous business and political personality. Then, Musk mocked Mark Cuban and exposed his issues that are not publicly known. So Elon Musk came out and explained how much Mark Cuban has been lying about his political intentions. As you know, a few days ago, Mark Cuban focused on Trump's legal issues, saying he plans to use the Department of Justice against his political enemies. He looks up to dictators and claims he'll act like one from day one. But according to Musk, this is a lie. And in response to this situation, Elon Musk came up with new anti-Cuban political messages and posted a few anti-Cuban political posts where he explained why it would be bad for everyone if Cuban became the next head of the SEC. Musk stated that no matter where you live, in Hawaii or in Maine, in New York or in California, if you are American, you should be concerned about who will be the next president. The first political message from Musk was when he shared a new video where he says that, to understand the nightmare of where far-left politics takes you, just walk around downtown San Francisco. Musk blamed it on Kamala Harris' political system, whom Cuban supports, and wrote, the outcome of the woke mind virus is very clear if you walk around the streets of downtown San Francisco. Then Musk released a second political message, a response to Mark Cuban's statement about how he wants to buy Twitter to gain more political influence. Musk responded by tweeting, sorry, Mark, your card was declined. I bought X for $44 billion. You're $39 billion short. Then Musk released another message, when Cuban said that whoever is in charge of that country has an interest in what happens on Twitter. And what happens on Twitter, because of the control of the algorithms, being the biggest user is all dependent on Elon Musk. Musk responded by tweeting, Musk wrote, that was hilarious. Unlike the other platforms, our algorithm is open source. And if you interact and argue with right-wing accounts, which Cuban does a lot, the algorithm will assume that's what you want to do and give you more of it LMAO. And this anti-Mark Cuban attitude from Musk is not new. For many years already, Musk has demonstrated that he does not like him. And it all started in 2020. That's when, according to many reports, Mark Cuban criticized how Elon Musk handled things with the SEC. Cuban urged Musk to settle the issue, as mentioned in a Wall Street Journal report. Cuban spent around 15 minutes on the phone, encouraging Musk to reconsider after Musk had refused the SEC's initial settlement offer on September 27. The offer involved a $10 million fine and stepping down as Tesla's chairman for 2 years. This was to resolve accusations that Musk made false claims about securing funding to take Tesla private. Neither Tesla nor Musk responded to comments from CNBC or the Wall Street Journal. Musk said he turned down the offer because it went against his principles. The SEC then officially filed charges against him. And in the last few years, Elon Musk's conflict with Cuban got more interesting. Even though they had disagreed before, Cuban was initially excited when Musk bought Twitter. He tweeted that he was looking forward to Musk's leadership and called him a ready, fire, aim entrepreneur. But Cuban's excitement faded when Musk introduced the controversial $8 verification fee. In response, the Dallas Mavericks owner suggested a different way to handle the issue. He tweeted, you might consider proactively offering your $8 verification program for free to those you deem the most accurate notes contributors. Won't be easy to confirm accuracy, but if AI can try to model out bias, maybe it can model inaccuracy? Elon wasn't looking for unsolicited advice and shot back with $8 for all. Cuban in response said, your business, your decision. The matter almost looked settled, but the Shark Tank star had more to add. In 2023, Musk and Cuban, along with 4 other investors and a law group, filed a legal brief supporting George Jarkissi Jr. and Patriot 28 in their battle against the SEC. The case had been ongoing for years and was backed by the Fifth Circuit, which had ruled that the SEC's use of its own judges to impose penalties violated the defendant's Seventh Amendment right to a jury trial. By that point, the case was under review by the Supreme Court. Musk, Cuban, and their group argued that the SEC had unfairly been using its own judges instead of allowing federal jury trials for cases. This had denied the defendants their right to a jury trial, even though the SEC had allowed jury trials in similar past cases. The brief argued that the SEC had been able to choose where to hold cases, either in front of an SEC judge or a jury. This allowed the SEC to pick the court that worked in its favor, resulting in unequal treatment for defendants facing the same charges. The investors contended that the SEC had been steering more cases to its internal judges after losing several jury trials, which had made the system seem biased and had damaged public trust. But today in 2024, the conflict got even worse than ever. In 2024, Mark Cuban warned Musk to be careful about teaming up with Trump. Cuban explained that Trump might not return any favors Musk does for him. "Elon, there will be a time when you need something from Donald Trump," Cuban said in a post on X to Musk. "You'll think you deserve to ask for and get help because you've been loyal to him. But when you need him the most," Cuban added, "you'll realize, like many others before you, that Trump is only loyal to himself." The two billionaires are backing different candidates in the presidential race this time around. However, both are focused on getting some influence over regulations. Cuban has become a strong supporter of Vice President Kamala Harris and her economic plans. Lately, he has been promoting Harris as better for business. As Cuban increases his public support for Harris, he's also eyeing a potential job at the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. "I told her team to consider me for the SEC role because it needs to change," Cuban said on CNBC's Squawk Box earlier this month. And when Cuban went on Jon Stewart's show, where he talked about Musk, Mark Cuban shared a mixed opinion on Elon Musk's influence, especially regarding his ownership of Twitter, and explained why he wanted to buy the platform. Cuban criticized Twitter's algorithm, suggesting that Musk had adjusted it to suit his own preferences. Even though Twitter is widely used around the world, Cuban noted that only 20% of US adults use the platform, meaning its influence doesn't reach most of the population. In an interview with Wired, Cuban mentioned that while he knows Fox News is a big media outlet and probably too expensive for him, he would buy it without a second thought if he had the chance. "If I had enough money, which I don't, I'd buy it immediately," Cuban said about purchasing Fox News and Musk's Twitter. He estimated that the network could cost between $15 and $20 billion. Cuban also added, "I wish I could buy it, but there's no reason for him to sell it," Cuban said, adding, "Whoever controls the algorithm controls the platform and that community." Elon has built a strong right-leaning community on X. They're fun to mess with. And when Doge designer posted about this news that Cuban wants to buy Twitter and tweeted, "Mark Cuban earlier this month, X is full of bots and misinformation. Mark Cuban today. I wish I could buy X." Musk responded with laughing emojis. In 2024, Elon Musk and Mark Cuban continued to clash, highlighting their differing views and growing tensions. Despite previous moments of mutual respect, their relationship had soured over various issues, including Musk's management of Twitter and his stance on political matters. And that's it for today.